Welcome to Rebel Life Boxing, where I talk boxing and anything in between. Make sure to catch new videos daily at 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. Also catch an early bird video weekdays at 6 a.m. Support the channel, and thanks for watching. There's something about the that I want to bring up about Romero, man. They got a fight. Everybody already they had a fight coming up. Him and Tank Davis fights December 5th. And a lot of people give Rolly a puncher's chance. They think Tank is gonna smoke him. I believe Tank is gonna win the fight. I think it's gonna be unanimous. I think it's gonna go probably hold 12 rounds. People saying nah, it's gonna be a knockout because these dudes both got power. I just don't. I think it's just gonna go 12 rounds for some reason. Something telling me this fight is going to go to distance, regardless of Tank's power. I know he's been knocking out dudes, but you got to remember, there's something that I want to really bring up in this video about Tank and Rolly. There's this misconception about Tank that he is a power puncher, but here's the thing, man. He's not like a one punch knock you out dude. He breaks you down and catches you with certain things, and he can knock you out with one punch like that. Absolutely. Also, he had a hard time knocking out Yorioka's Gamboa. Gamboa's leg was fucked up and kept getting back up. Now, you can probably thank Gamboa's toughness and durability for that, or his chin, or maybe Tank's power is overrated. Who knows? But here's the thing: it took a while for him to get Gamboa out of there. It's just simple fact, and a game leg Gamboa. Now let's jump into Rolly Romero. Rolly, as much power as he has, if you look at a lot of his fights, he doesn't get dudes out with one punch either. He it's almost like he smothers his own punches. Sometimes his stance is a little awkward, where he can't get good leverage on his power. Sometimes you look at it, he was doing that in the Yigit fight. Yigit was kind of giving him some issues in a sense in that fight. And Yigits don't have real power like that. And Rolly is supposed to be this power puncher, and he was struggling to knock Yigits out. You know what I mean? It was gradual. It was a gradual knockout. It was like it was building up to wearing him down. And Rolly's punches, a lot of them are flush. I was watching the Marinas fight when he was fighting Marinas, the fight that I believe when I was watching it again, Rolly didn't do all that bad, and especially in the beginning of that fight. What happened was, I think when they headbutted, Rolly had that cut and the blood was getting in his eye. It started fucking on him a little bit, and then Marinez was catching on to it and started piecing Rolly up. But I do think he did beat Rolly in that fight, absolutely. The thing is, what people are, with both of these dudes, with the power, people are not looking at it in the way I'm putting it, where Tank got all his power, but he couldn't get Gamboa out of there. Rolly Romero got all his power, but yeah, he struggled with Yigit, and he struggled with Marinez. He couldn't get them out of there he couldn't get Marinez out of there, and he couldn't get Yigit out until like gradually, So when you think about it and you combine both of these dudes in the ring, to me, that equals up to it going the fucking distance, man. They're going to both be trying to knock each other's heads off, and more than likely, they probably both got good beards on them to take them into the 12th round, man. And I think Tank will probably more than likely outbox him. There's always a possibility that Rolly can clip Tank with something and hurt him. That's a definite possibility. And there's also a possibility Tank can also clip Rolly and hurt him and knock him out. There's a possibility that Rolly can clip Tank and knock him out. I think the odds are there equally, man, but I would say, as far as Tank goes, if he, more than likely, he probably have to employ some better head movement than he was doing in the Leo Santa Cruz fight, and then he was doing in the Barrios fight. Another thing I noticed about Rolly Romero is sometimes he's hard to really hit with uppercuts, man. Tank will have to get really low and try to come up with some crazy uppercut to catch him, because every time Rolly gets something, like he likes to duck down. He does this thing kind of like Demetrius Andrade. He almost like the same thing. He ducks his head low where it's hard for you to really catch him. And I see him do it all the time. I'm like, that could be Rolly's best defense right there. That's probably how that's his version of defense right there. Ducking low and giving him your arm. Just gotta watch him. Watch his fights, man. You'll see that there is some kind of method to Rolly Romero's madness. If you watch him, just look at it. He might seem unskilled to the naked eye, but a lot of these dudes, man, as it's not as far as them being unskilled. It's just that we look at them when they fight different from other fighters. Like when you see the basic fighter with the basic rhythm, and when you see those, when you used to seeing majority of boxers fight like that, and then when you see somebody like a Wilder, you'll think he doesn't have skill, or somebody like Rolly Romero, you think he doesn't have a skill, but that's just their awkwardness. Or Demetrius Andrade, that's their awkwardness that could be dangerous. Look at Wilder. He's extremely unorthodox, and he's proven to be very dangerous because he has the equalizer. Demetrius Andrade, he can be dangerous. He throw these punches from these weird angles where you don't expect him to throw them. He's very dangerous. Why do you think? I don't care what nobody say. Why do you think Canelo and Charlo don't want to fight this dude? If he's such an easy win, he's garbage. Go get him up out of here. Take his belt. He's a champ. He's a fucking champion, and nobody want to fight him. You know what I mean? So you gotta ask yourself why? Why not? Rolly is we might say yeah. Even me early on, I'm like, yeah, this kid he ain't really got no skill. I had to watch some of his fights. He has his own set of skill, man. All these dudes do. All these boxers getting in this ring got a certain set of skills. They just do things different from other boxers. That's all it is, man. Some boxers, they have to come forward with their head, like Adam Kalnowski. That's just his version of fighting, man. It's his own style. That's how he fight. Nonetheless, they do have a skill set to them, man. And styles do make fights. But I'm telling you right now, don't underestimate Rolly, man. I understand, a lot of people saying he looked nervous up on that stage with Tank. I didn't see that. But I'm telling you, don't count him out, man. This boxing shit is weird, man. A lot of weird shit been happening in boxing, man. Just like Caleb Plant. I gave Caleb Plant no chance to really beat Canelo. But then, like I said, I'm gonna have to watch them fight some later fights of them probably tomorrow or something like that. But for some reason, I just think Caleb is gonna do really good in that fight, man. And who knows? He might even win. Man. Let me tell you something. If somebody feel like Rolly, he ain't got nothing to fucking lose, man. If somebody don't have nothing to lose and they really don't give a fuck, if he claims he don't give a fuck, then he gonna let his nuts hang out there in that ring. And it's hard to get people out of there like that, man. And we'll find that out December 5th, and we will find out the same thing when Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. But that's just something I wanted to bring up because we talk about Tank's power, we talk about Rolly's power, but then both these dudes should have got certain dudes up out of there, and they couldn't get them up out of there until either later or they just, they couldn't stop them the way everybody thought they was going to stop them. Put it like that. But I'm off this. I'm going to catch y'all later. It's Rebel Life Boxing, man. Love y'all. See y'all later on the next one. Peace.